Hi everyone. Hello. Hope you are doing well. As usual, thank you for joining the live trading room. Ruben The5ers here from the office. So yeah, I would like to wish you a nice week, beginning of the week, Monday today. Guys, we are approaching the end of the year, so not a lot of things to do in the market. Like I said last week, I'm not so much focusing on being active on the market, but still there are very few opportunities that we could take before Christmas or before the new year, and this is why I would like to talk to you with probably the CAD pair, which can be a nice opportunity for that week. Meanwhile, guys, let me know how you feel, if everything is fine on your side. Let me know where you're from, as usual. I know that we have many people from many different places. So yeah, say hi on the chat. And again, thank you, Gil, for making the room, um, you know, very nice, very comfortable. You feel the light, you feel the environment, and this is because of Gil collaborating with us here. So thank you again for that. Hi, Aurelian. Hi, Rus. Sounds good. Viewing from Nepal. Hi, Rabendra. Hey, Danu. Hi, everyone. Thank you for the feedback, and thank you for discussing with me. Like I said, for people that are a little bit new here, we are going to discuss about different markets, about the Forex market. So we're going to look, especially today, the dollar CAD, which I already be I'm in a position already, and I will show in a minute. We can talk about indices, but we talked about it last week. Of course, we can talk about crypto. We can talk about oil as well, which are actually moving very nice today, from what I see. So let's dig into the market, and something very, very important. This is an open discussion. So, guys, if you have any questions, any suggestions, if you are not um, okay with my analysis, everything is fine, and we are here for discussing. In trading, there is not like the Bible. Everyone see the market differently, and this is why I like to share my insights and getting your insight as well. Um, so this is a very, very important point. John, hello, Hall, Russ. Dolian has been working very well. Yeah, this is something we can talk about as well. It's been already a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3, or maybe 1 month. I don't remember, but there was something very expected in the dollar yen, that we are going to see the market retrace a little bit. So we are going to look for that. But let's meanwhile move into the markets by looking at the position I just opened. Just before I joined the trading room, I was looking for long here on the dollar CAD. I will need to build a position. Depends on how the market react here, but you can basically look how the market is moving. Here we can actually on the lower time frame, which we can identify at the 15 minutes or on the 30 minutes. We are actually succeeding just few minutes before to hold here a very important point. Before we was all the time we were actually making a lower low and a lower high, as you can see very easily. The market was very, very bearish. Just here, we are actually succeeding to make this short pullback on the lower time frame. As you can see here, the market is on a big consolidation zone. But actually, the market all that pound, which is a very good news for me, because I'm long on that spot. So this is the first buyers that I have. When I go to lower time frame, like for example H1, we can see like the U shape. Okay, which I like to see like a large drop or large movement up. So here, this is very let's say the lapse of time the market took to went down around 1.6% in the dollar CAD is very small. Okay, so this type of movement is not common when you go back to other movement. When actually here we had nothing like that. Here we had this point, and you see how the market react just here. After the market lost 1.6%, the market got an instant reaction on the upside. Same here. When the market goes quickly in one direction, most of the time the market retrace and go back to the mean. So this is why I'm looking here. Something last, when I look at the H4, we are in a downtrend. Okay, if we can look, maybe not this one, but we can look at this one. And this will help me to set up actually my TP. Okay, basically it's a downtrend. We had lower high and lower low successfully. Okay, here I'm assuming that we are entering into this type of zone when the market can have a small reaction. So expecting the market to just go back to the mean. Okay, so this will be my TP would be around that area probably. Okay, so I'm just building the position just for the market to go back here, maybe a little bit below. I think gonna be here actually, but basically the market should at least go back to the mean, which should be around here. Okay, so this could be my TP, depend how the market, if actually we make a big push and the market goes directly here, so I will be making a take profit here. If it takes a long time for the market to retrace and actually we will go back, I don't know, the market in few weeks will be here, I would just be exiting the position. Okay, so again, the time is a very important parameter for me into this position. Okay. And something lastly, of course, we look at the Bollinger Bands. On the H1, we were at the bottom, for example, but if you look at the H4, we are at the bottom. Stochastics is crossing below 20 just here. So I have all the indication that volatility can move up. Last things before I look at your comment, guys, if you look at the weekly chart, okay, it's an easy uptrend, and we are not so far actually from the point when on a weekly chart the market can go up. So actually you can take this trade as a day trade, a swing trade, or maybe an investment trade when you can hold it for at least few months, depending how the market react here. And of course, last thing, if you look at the daily, very difficult to see anything on daily. Only the very important zone that we have just here. Okay, a lot of ups and down. The market sometimes erase the stop loss, but this is clearly a very, very big zone that the market can actually react. Basically, we had, I believe some people entered the market. Here we had a demand. We see already the pullback here, but was not enough, and then just stopped here. Maybe some people enter at the bottom here. So the market, I believe that the market already make a large move that we can at least expect 0.5% up, something like that, which could be very interesting to wait here. But let's monitor this today. But I believe it's going to take a few days for this position to perform. So we need to be patient. I'm looking at actually at the chat, dollar CAD longs. Yeah, this is what we are looking for now. Same, I have a buy order in dollar CAD, but I'm not sure what will happen. I like this, but we will never know what's going to happen, even myself. Okay, I believe here the stop loss should be very tight because the market already react from it. I'm expecting already a movement up, so I could definitely put the stop loss just below the lower point. Okay. The risk reward would be around maybe 122, 123. Of course, we will never know what will happen. This is only buyers. We are a speculative trader. No one knows what can happen. But still, for me, it's a A+ signal. I still believe that the market have a nice spot for react here. Hi, Stanley. Thank you for being here. Sad thing that this Canada API data is tomorrow. That's true. We are going to look at the high impact news that we have this week. We still have today when we don't have many news. So if we don't have, I think we don't have any high impact news today. Very small impact news. Um, so sometimes the market hold and respect technically. Um, technically speaking, the market is respecting the different zones when there is no high impact news. And here, I will not expect the market to have a large movement drop because there is no news. Of course, I like to reduce the exposure before a news, or at least close all the position. Depends when the market goes. LZ Trading, what's up, guys? Thank you for coming. Yono, thank you for being here. I remember this name. You are trading with us with the 5ers, and I think you are doing pretty well. Maybe you can share a little bit inside about your trading recently. But I think I remember your name. I on a daily basis, I face a lot of different traders, and I sometimes remember the name behind. So yeah, Harris Beige Dretton. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can just speak in English, or just translate for me for the people that know. Maybe this is Dutch language. I don't know what I did. What Beige Dretton. Um, Okay, let's wait for the market to move. This is only the beginning of the move. For some people that would like to position on M5, the scalping, I believe, already finished. The market make already a nice movement up. Maybe I could reinforce the position in case the market just go back to that spot. I believe this is very strong spot here. But if the market succeed to make an higher high here, probably we're going to see some sellers coming in here around that spot, selling the market around the mean, and then maybe seeing a breakout if we look at the 15-minute chart. So again, we need to be patient on that one. Today I bought challenge and hit 4% dollar CAD in Bitcoin. Congrats, man. That's what we like to see. So yeah, what do you mean by dollar CAD? Did you buy actually dollar CAD and the Bitcoin? Let's check at the Bitcoin. What's happening here? Maybe on a buy on a lower time frame. Like here, very difficult to trade Bitcoin on a daily basis. Um, what we can expect here, the market all this spot already. Of course, it's a strong uptrend recently on the Bitcoin. Here we are actually touching the mean, as you can see if you go to the daily chart. We were touching the standard deviation where we waited for the mean coming back here, and again here we are slightly below the mean. This can be a potential movement up again, as I believe we are going to continue the trend here. We have this long channel, so we can make, taking some stop losses below here, touch this zone, and then flying back again. That's what we can have for the Bitcoin. Again, when you have a very volatile asset like cryptocurrency in general, and okay, so when you have basically, yeah, when you have Bitcoin, I believe in general, which is a very volatile asset. I believe Nasdaq is the same. Like historically speaking, Nasdaq is going up like US indices. You don't want to position yourself in a sell position because most of the time you are going to get wrong. Just because historically speaking, the US indices are moving up, so it's very difficult to catch the short move in the US market, and I believe the same for crypto. So when you have a very high uptrend, and we can see that the market already starting to be uptrend, from here we had the bottom, and then the market succeed to make here a breakout, and then we had the different element that we can say, yeah, okay, we are in a uptrend already from from here on. Selling the market is very dangerous because, again, I repeat, crypto is very volatile, and the market can continue to go against you many times. It can work one time and you can make big, but like if you would like to see consistency in trading, it's going to be quite impossible to be accurate by selling an asset that is most of the time growing, and secondly very volatile, because you are going to get stop loss all the time and you're going to miss the accurate entry. Of course, if you work with data and machine learning and have some algorithm that can do it very, and you have back test this strategy, of course, I'm not telling this is impossible, but being accurate require a lot of effort and work. So why not just to wait for a pullback and wait for a buy? Same for the Nasdaq. I would not position myself in a short position in the Nasdaq when we are at the end of the year already. The market, I made maybe 20% return in 2023, and waiting the right moment for opening a sell position in the Nasdaq or the S&P is very difficult. Again, it's my opinion. I don't know what actually you guys think about that, but it would be interesting to get your idea and your mindset. When you had actually this movement on the S&P, if some people were waiting for selling the market, you actually maybe lost or blow a lot of accounts. Of course, here you had like a bearish momentum, and this is something I would like to say again. But the movement that we had from January 2022 to October 2022 was the longer period when the S&P was bearish, okay, in a year. So it was one of the worst year for the S&P because the market just went down and didn't make any. In 1 year after, we just erased all the losses. Okay, and we are already at the top. I think that at the Nasdaq we already make a higher high. But when on the monthly chart, historically speaking, from 2008, 2008, you know that the market is historically growing up. Okay, of course you have some crisis. It's very difficult to time when the next big short will come. Okay, and to make it, of course, when you trade directional trading, it's very difficult. If you trade other instruments like strategy with options, of course you can play with it because the volatility maybe of the option will grow up and you can win a lot from it if you know how to trade yourself properly. But if you look at directional trading, most of the portfolio are long, okay, in historically speaking. Again, by talking about the last crisis, you had here the COVID. Here you had short crisis. I don't remember this one. Here you had, of course, a zone when the market just did not make any gains. And here, during 1 year, you had maybe, I don't know if it's 1 year or more. Maybe it's actually more. 2022, no, it's 1 year. So you see the period when the market or in the S&P went down is much bigger than here the 2 months of the COVID or the 2 months of this period, or this period when we were actually on a sideways market. Again, being short here, when you don't have the back test and you don't have the knowledge and the balls, because you need to have some ball actually to open a sale when you see the market only going up like this. And again, US indices is not like Forex, because if I see this in Forex, I can certainly say, okay, at some point the market will retrace, but retrace drastically and come back here, which I believe in the US market this cannot happen. You have all the central banks that hold the market, so this is the probability that the market goes back to 2,200 is less than 0.001%, even more than that. I don't know. what the VAR here, VAR at risk. But yeah, this is interesting. What do you guys think about that? I think this is a nice subject that um, we can discuss. Um, just try to look long in the market. If you see some sell, just don't sell it, because you know that most of the time the market is going up. This can be also something in your trading plan that you can like assess. Of course, this is for the US indices, S&P or Nasdaq, not in the Forex market. Forex is an exchange, so there is a balance. Here there is no balance. We are actually buying stocks companies which you believe the company will grow in value. Okay, so this is very different. For example, in the dollar CAD, that sometimes the dollar will be stronger and sometimes the CAD will be stronger. So it depends. Where is my dollar CAD? Yeah, let's look at it. What is to target this week? Yes, very clear analysis. Thank you for that. What to target for dollar CAD? Again, I just would like to wait for the market where we are in dollar CAD. So again, I'm looking here at this downtrend. I know that in the H4 chart, I'm in a downtrend in the dollar CAD. I'm expecting here a short pullback like this. This was an interesting pullback. Here we had a pullback as well. So again, my objective will be just to go back to the mean. The mean can be the mean of the Bollinger Band just here. We can just cross it and just wait for the market from a data point to exit. So basically, my TP is very dynamic here. Okay, my TP is something dynamic because I would rate the market just to when the market will touch this line here, which should be the average. Okay, I would be exiting. Okay, I would manage my my position. Maybe I would close half and put stop loss to break even. Maybe I will close everything because I know that there is a high impact news tomorrow in the dollar CAD. So it depends, but this is very dynamic TP, so I can actually I cannot set it because again, like I said, the time here is a big parameter. I would like to see the market quickly as possible come back to the mean, and then I don't care what the market will do. That's real live account or demo. This is a live account connecting to our LP. This is the account that we trade on the live trading room. So we take sometimes small trades that we would like to get. Of course, the risk here is very small according to the balance. So that's the answer. Can you analysis XAU? I will analysis XAU. Again, I think last week I talked about gold, which was I think the very difficult pair to trade this year. I think a lot of people just get wrong in holder side. It was very sideways, and then we had a false breakout. So we would look at the gold, but from what I know, I don't have a very nice perspective on that pair. It can be very difficult to trade again in 2024. But we will look. We will look at it. NX mass discount fund 5ers? Maybe I don't know. Maybe we should ask the marketing team. I don't know what they prepare, but I think they are preparing something. Maybe if Tomer is on the chat or Maya on the chat, maybe she can or Tomer can bring small insights. I don't know what we are going to do for Christmas. Let's move add gold. Meanwhile, XAU. Again, okay, my screen share. Again, I don't know what to expect here. We had a fake breakout. I don't know what we're going to do is we are not going to look at the large time frame because I don't have any idea or any spot that I can go in gold. So we will look at the lower time frame. Then it can actually give you my technical bias for that week or for the next few minutes. Okay, we had here strong demand. Maybe this was the high impact news here. I don't remember this one. 13th of December. This might be the interest rate, I think. That they, I think this was interest rate speakers when Powell just said that the interest rate will not actually change, but they expect in 2024 to continue decreasing the interest rates, and then that move actually hold the US indices up. Maybe you guys can confirm that. I think this was the movement, and then of course when you had a big movement, the market at some point slowed down. Here it create a base. Okay, when I believe that the best moment to trade is when you are in a sideways market, because I don't know when you know how to identify it. And basically, when after a huge movement like this, there are actually two solutions. Or the market will enter in a sideways during, I don't know, few days or few hours, and then continue. Okay, it depends. Or it can continue. It can. But what it's important is if you know how to identify the sideways just after high impact news or high movement, the market needs liquidity. So it will be very difficult to push the market up or to push the market down. And here you have actually a long sideways market when you can go on M5 or M15 and just trade during that range. Okay, that's what you can do. A lot of scalp. You know that the risk you can take can be high because the stop loss is tight. And if you know how to identify it, for me, this is one of the best period to trade. No, this can be also a sideways market. Just that what we have here on the gold, we are also approaching the end of the year. So this can be one. And basically here the market just respecting that zone. We had a support here, which is the support of the sideways, and then we touch here one time, a second time we retrace. The average is around that spot. So I don't know what's going to be the next move here, basically. But if we look at the M5 here, I would do exactly nothing. Okay, on M5, the market is especially at average. If you look at the sideways, if you look at the recently movement, you have the top, which if the market move up, you can actually think for a sell here. Maybe we have something in M1. Yeah, we don't have nothing again here. And we see that the volatility is decreasing. You see that the movement, like just this is very small. This was a little bit higher in terms of difference. And of course we had, this is why this is very difficult to trade gold, because you have a long period of time where it's sideways. Suddenly the market had a very strong movement in one side. And then you had the news push back the price up. It's almost impossible to to expect the price in a small time frame in gold. I mean, H1 at least. H1 is very difficult, very, very, very difficult. Again, it's my opinion. I know that there is a lot of people that are very good in trading gold, but for me, this is quite a nightmare to see how the market behave just here. Then and I don't know if we can a little bit back before, but here uptrend, make it here, a fake breakout, all-time high, come back down. This is very, very difficult. So again, gold, I see it as a very strong asset, which is a tangible asset that you can hold. So of course, if you have a long-term investment portfolio, holding gold is a nice take gold and of course different assets, but is a nice decision. Is all pairs on your watch list available in high stakes to trade? No, only the major one, US oil and UK oil, so Brent and WTI, gold, silver, and Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is actually why we are what we are offering. Maybe we can think about at exotics, like dollar, USD, what we have here, USDSEK. This is something that we can add. Euro ZAR. This is something we can add. It depends. Okay, we can. The fact is that we don't like to offer that because generally the spread is very high. So for us, let's say for the trader itself, most of the time it will not succeed. And we have many connections from different liquidity providers, but again, because those are exotics, the liquidity and the spread that we got here for us is high. So we don't want to. And I know that most of the traders that trade Forex, most of them are not trading exotics. Of course, we can open it, but the spread will not be good as trading Euro USD when actually it's probably zero right now with the time. It's zero here, the spread. No spread. So yeah, this is something we can think about if we have enough requests. So why not? Why not? Yeah, US market just opened. S&P, maybe we're going to see this is a nice zone here. Basically, the market can react. You can make some scalp actually on that one. You have a long and sideways market here. Again, if I move back to what I said previously, when you trade S&P specifically in this period, and of course because historically it's just going up, you just want to wait for the buy signal. So basically, I can make a sell here to make a short scalp, but if I do it plenty of time, most of the time the market will break out and touch your stop loss. In opposite to if you position yourself in this type of zone when the market make a pullback and then you wait for the explosion, most of the time you will be right because historically speaking the S&P is moving up. Okay, so that basically, of course, you can make a sell, and some people are very good at doing it. Like here, if someone sell here, he made a lot of money, but consistently speaking, it's going to be very hard to hold for your winning rate. Dollar CAD, we are around the mean, maybe on the 15 minute. This can be the sideways. This is exactly the mean here. So we are just at the mean, nothing to do. Maybe the market just can move back, take other orders, or just touch the next point, which will be around that area, and expecting a short rejection maybe around that spot, and then maybe coming up. It depends, but I need to be patient. Again, I want the market to quickly as possible break those important zones. Guys, any questions? Meanwhile, we look at dollar CAD. We talked about gold. We talked about S&P. Maybe we can talk about dollar yen. Maybe we can talk about dollar yen, which can be interesting to look at. I think we're gonna talk about. Meanwhile, you have some questions. We are going to look at the dollar yen and the US oil, okay, WTI, which I believe I think the market opened in a gap this morning maybe because of the tension in the Middle East. I don't know if you see, but in Iran, only 30% of the gas, I'd say, of the fuel, of the petroleum, how we say that in English, station, gas station, are open. I don't know, there's something like cybersecurity breach. So that can lead to some insecurity in oil, which can be interesting. So let's look about that. Ruben, you have too much experience. Jordan, I don't know if I have too much experience, but I'm keep learning. I'm keep learning every day. I've been in the field already 6 years, from different backgrounds. I'm not only trading forex, but yeah, I've been in the market almost 6 months. 6 months, sorry, 6 years. Do you think without taking high risk can make 10% every week? No, you cannot do that. If you will do that, if consistently you succeed to make 10% every week, everyone would be giving you money to perform like this. And JP Morgan and BlackRock will not be here today. So of course, this is not something you cannot do. If someone succeed to make 10% every week, again, when you say 10% every week, it means that someone is consistent by in a month having 40%. And I don't trust consistent returns. This is something that I hope most of you guys know. 10% every week is very possible. You can make 10% in 1 week, but the next week you're going to lose 10%. So of course, we are talking about volatility of your return. This is another subject, but you cannot make 10% every week, even if you take high risk. And of course, when in, I think that's a nice question, because in most of the challenge, we ask the trader to make 10% in an unlimited amount of time. And before that, this was, I think, 45 days or 30 days. Which, when you get some leverage, you can be lucky and touch 10% in 1 month, for example. I mean, 10, we are talking about 10% in 1 week. 10% in 1 month, that's possible for a trader. That's achievable. Which means 120% return in 1 year. You need to be very, very good. And you need to be consistent. I don't know someone that make 100% return 5 years in a row in trading. Okay. If you have actually a track record like this, contact me, guys. I will give you some money. But yeah, making 100% a year, 5 years consistently, I don't know someone like this. Okay, so this is dollar CAD. We got nice questions today. I like it. Dollar yen, where we are. Okay, if you remembered, for people that were here, or some of the people that were present in the trading room maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month, I don't remember, but basically this was a spot when we were looking for a sell position in the dollar yen around that spot. So the market already went down around 5 or 6%. So in the dollar yen, so that was a nice catch for people that were selling the dollar yen. Of course, here we're gonna have a short pullback, okay, like we had just here. Of course, this is very healthy. The market need to come back to the mean at some point, like around that line here, so we can have a pullback here. But the market is still very bearish here. I think we break all the trend line and everything. Of course, we won't come back to the analysis we had, but on the monthly chart, it's a zone that the dollar yen did not touch for almost 20 years, okay? So there is plenty of space, again, to go back at least to 120 in the next few years. Of course, with a lot of ups and down, like here, I truly believe the market can, we are at the bottom of Bollinger Bands. We can have some rejection, come back here and then continue. So you need to be careful to not get catch by selling the market here, but at the top or at the mean. Here we are this strong uptrend line. We just break it. Maybe market can just take some more orders and then dropping back again. So again, dollar yen, nothing changed. This is something we talked about recently, and the mindset is still the same. Go US 30, it's the same of the S&P. I think I talked about it around 15-20 minutes. I will try to talk about the Dow Jones or the US 30 maybe at the end. Maybe we can talk about Euro USD, which I did not talk, and oil, which if it interests some people, I was trading oil for 1.5, and always this market is fascinating me. Hold on a minute. Yeah, here we are. Nice push today. Very nice push. I think it was very nice push. I need to read the news. Why should the market push here? Maybe because of the Middle East tension. And this is why I like oil, because it's totally connected with the political environment, geopolitics, supply, demand of oil. So of course you can trade it technically, but if you want to look at, let's say, the world outlook, you look at the price of oil, okay, which a lot of time, this was a benchmark for a lot of different assets and for economy in general. But technically speaking, we were actually touching the 68, 67 line, which actually we were at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Stochastics was again, below 20. If we look at the it's for chart, nothing interesting, but we took here some buyers here, maybe took some stop loss for people that entered here, and then the price fly. This morning we had the market open with a small gap up just here during the ASEAN session, trade sideways, breakdown, touch actually the almost the lowest point of last week, and then the market fly, probably because again of the Middle East tension. And so this is a very nice combination of all you can combine geopolitics and technical analysis, basically. Again, the market already pushed, like it's, here the market pushed very drastically on one side. So if I look only at the chart here, I would not be buying exactly here. The market already moved without me. We are at the top of Bollinger Bands, so we are far from the mean. And again, we probably have some supply zone on the left side that some people can expect for a retrace. At 15 minutes, yeah, we actually at the top here. That can be a nice sell position actually here. That can be a nice sell in oil. Not, of course, probably the market just to touch back maybe that spot. That would not be bad. Euro USD, and then I will finish by the US 30. Entry, maybe? Entry. Sorry for my accent. I don't know why actually. What that mean? Hugo, thank you for being here. How often do you analyze dollar CAD live? I'm analyzing almost all of the assets. Dollar CAD was something very specific today because I find an opportunity. So it depends. You can actually come to the live and say, yeah, maybe you can review dollar CAD, and I will. But basically today I found a spot where actually all the stars of my strategy aligned. So I believe again this is a spot for me to go in. Again, this trade can be successful or cannot. but I'm switching all the time the different symbols. Okay, let's talk about Euro USD, then USD, and then we're gonna hand here. Of course, ask if you have any questions meanwhile. We had an analysis. We had an analysis on Euro USD already last week. That actually we are at the normal price of the Euro USD. In my mind, 1.10 was always the price of the Euro USD. If we go back to the weekly or daily, all that area was the average common price for euro against the USD. Okay, of course here we had a large downtrend with a lot of different let's say perspective, but just after the price understand it very quickly that we cannot be at 120, we cannot be at 0.97, we should be at 1.09. So the price actually, if you look at the weekly chart, not very interesting because the market is very trading sideways. So it can be good for people that like to trade that type of zones, and I like to trade that. And actually we are exactly at the middle. Okay, if you look at that, we are exactly at the middle. So daily chart, I would do nothing basically. Of course, if you go to lower time frame, you can find anything else. Today, maybe you had that spot when you can make some sell position. The market already try to take a lot of orders here. Yeah, nothing else in Euro USD. Again, I'm not like in gold. During the end of that year, I don't have any bias. Basically, we are exactly at the middle, and I don't like to buy when the market it at the average, and you can buy the price. You can buy at the average only if you are in an uptrend or downtrend. If you are sideways, you will do nothing because it will be 50-50. We are in a sideways. It's the average. If you here, it's for me 50% it goes here and 50% it goes here in the short term. So why I should open a trade? In opposite to, we are in a downtrend, like here. Okay, I don't know, maybe some people identify here a downtrend, and you see that all the time. You can yeah, not so good, but you can actually all the time sell at the average. Okay, basically. Oh no, the line are not good, but you understand my point. If you are in a uptrend, you can wait for the pullback to go on the mean. So if it's a little bit techniques, let's end with the US30. Again, US30 is the same as the S&P. I would not be looking for any sell here. Historically speaking, it's going up. You don't want to get trapped. So yeah, look at that on the H4. You will very occasionally be right when you sell actually a market that goes up, especially at the end of the year. I don't know if we already make we make an all-time high in the Dow Jones. All-time high in the Dow Jones. S&P will be that will be like this as well. Nasdaq will be like this. I think we're going to be a very nice year in 2024. Maybe we continue the all-time high, and of course at some point there's going to be a crisis. As usual, they like in US to make some crisis. Everyone will sell, come back to the mean, and then we continue the cycle. Okay, so we go back to the mean, and then we continue the cycle. Okay. Okay, guys, and again, if at some point the market do like this, it's because it's the end of the world. Okay, basically. It's because there is a tsunami and everyone dies. I think that's the only probability that this happens. Yeah, so I think we're gonna end it. It was a nice comparison. Okay, again, cycle repeats, come back to the mean, rejection, and historically speaking, the market goes up. This is not new, at least for the US market. I know that for other medium tier or low tier countries that are still in development. You don't see this type of chart, but we are talking about USA. So also China is, it's actually starting to be above US in terms of economy. What's happening in the dollar CAD? Yeah, nothing, market still moving. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. It's been already around 15 minutes. 15 minutes that we have been discussing. I appreciate your time. Please, guys, take some time to enjoy with your family during Christmas and during the holidays. Most of the market will be very, very slow. Very small liquidity. Maybe crypto will move. But yeah, try to take some time to review your trading plan, set your objectives for the new year, and yeah, that would be at least that would be a nice. I hope you had a nice year. But again, I think it's not the last time we meet before the end of the year. I think we're gonna meet maybe next week. So everything's fine. I will wish you all the best maybe next week. Guys, thank you for being with me. I appreciate it. I wish you a nice week. And yeah, high five, guys. See you. Have a nice day.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers. We'll see you in the next one.